In this lecture, we dive into the powerful and practical final step in the journey of visionary leadership, which is implementing a compelling vision. Chapter 20 of Lead Like Jesus Revisited, Blanchard delves into the actions and the mindset that is needed to bring a vision to life. Vision doesn't just guide our directions, it inspires and motivates and unifies. But a vision is only as good as the steps we take to implement it. So let's explore how to put our vision into practice with clarity, courage, and commitment. To start, remember why a vision is so crucial. A compelling vision is a leader's roadmap. It's a blueprint that not only charts the course, but also aligns everyone involved with it toward that common future, that goal. Your leadership must be grounded in a vision of serving others. It's more than just setting a strategic direction. It's about creating a vision that reflects God's purpose and provides value to the community, team, or organization. Implementing a vision, therefore, is an act of stewardship, and this concept comes from the Greek word oikonomia, from oiko, which is house, and nemo, which is manager, as found in the New Testament. But it's also found in the Greek translation of the Old Testament created during the Babylonian captivity, where Joseph is described as a steward or manager of the household affairs of Pharaoh. A steward is essentially a manager or an administrator, but typically the word is used in connection with authority to make decisions on behalf of an owner. In Christian stewardship, we acknowledge God's sovereignty and His ownership over everything, and that makes us a manager in the things of God, not self. Thus, servant leadership implies stewardship or effective management on behalf of the things of God. It's about taking the gifts and the resources and the opportunities that God has entrusted to each of us and using them to serve and uplift others. This is the essence of leading like Jesus, where leadership is based on service, humility, and a heart that is aligned with God's purpose. A vision without action is just a pipe dream without impact. Leaders must shift from dreaming and planning to action and implementation. This shift requires courage and commitment, as the path from vision to reality is often challenging and filled with all kinds of obstacles. Leaders may encounter resistance, limited resources, or even self-doubt, but we must stay focused. The journey is part of the process of growth. A key message here is about perseverance and steady, continuous forward movement. Implementing a vision often means that we step out in faith, especially when things do not go as planned, and trust me, they won't. It's at this point that we need to trust that God is still guiding us, even if the steps are unclear or they're more difficult than we thought. Just as Jesus showed steadfastness in fulfilling His mission, leaders today are called to resilience and patience as they move forward. Implementing a vision isn't a solo act. Big visions require a team that shares in the vision and feels empowered to act together. Effective leaders create an environment where team members can take ownership of their roles within the vision, using their skills and talents to contribute individually to the collective bigger picture. This is true of every organization or ministry or church or business or small group or anything else that you can think of that involves people. And since we are called to do life in community, we are never called to achieve a plan and purpose of God by ourselves. We always build community. Community implies an organization. In a word, a team. To achieve this, leaders must focus on trust. Trust is the bedrock of successful implementation. As leaders and coaches, we must be open, honest, and transparent with our teams. When people feel trusted, they're more likely to be committed and motivated to follow through. This trust building involves regular communication, listening actively to concerns and feedback, and being accountable for one's own actions. Leaders actively seek to remove barriers for their team members, whether it's providing additional resources, offering encouragement, or clarifying a person's responsibilities or duties. A leader's job is to make it as easy as possible for others to contribute effectively and to understand what they're being asked to do. When we look at Jesus, we see Him empowering His disciples, giving them tools and guidance and confidence to carry on His mission. Likewise, our role is to support and uplift others, not just direct them. One of the practical aspects of implementing a vision is breaking it down into smaller, manageable goals. We like to say, take big things and reduce them to small and ridiculously easy interim steps. Over time, as we continue to move forward step after step, it moves us toward the vision. To do that requires consistency and good habits. You must learn to set specific milestones that are both measurable and attainable. These milestones will act as markers on the journey, allowing the team to see progress and to stay motivated. Each milestone achieved is a small victory that reinforces commitment to the vision, and it will also build momentum. The reason why we have spent so much time in this concept of SMART, now smarter, goal setting is so that you can learn how to do this in your own life. As you are unable to teach or coach anyone to do something that you do not know how to do, it must first become a skill on a personal level. So be sure to work hard on this final course on your own 10-year plan and goals. Be sure to create a consistent daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual thought process that will keep you on target. We've previously recommended that Full Focus Planner, and I keep harping on it because we really think it's a great resource, and we hope that you'll give it a try. Along the way, we learn to celebrate achievements with our teams. Recognition and celebration can be powerful motivators, reinforcing that each individual's contribution matters. Celebrating along the way also strengthens the team's connection to the vision, reminding everyone of the purpose and value of their work. One of the unique aspects of our approach to leadership is the emphasis on spiritual grounding. In the process of implementing a vision, leaders should stay anchored in prayer and reflection. This isn't just a step in the beginning of the journey. It's an ongoing step-by-step practice that sustains us through every challenge and to every victory. Through prayer, leaders find guidance and strength and perspective, so that when challenges arrive, we can seek God's wisdom and remind ourselves of His presence and His support and keep going. This reflection also allows leaders to recalibrate, ensuring that the vision and the actions align with God's will. This aspect of implementation reflects Jesus' example. He often took time to pray, even during moments of great stress and pressure. He did that to align himself with the Father's will. Implementing a vision is rarely a smooth or a straightforward process. There will be many, many obstacles, financial limitations, personal challenges, educational needs, even personal doubts. But do not become discouraged. Challenges are often opportunities to refine and deepen our commitment to the vision. In these moments, leaders are called to show resilience and adaptability. Some of God's greatest gifts are wrapped in a box of trouble. Leaders keep the end goal in mind, especially during these difficult times. Revisiting the vision regularly and remembering the purpose behind it, helps to maintain our motivation. As leaders, staying true to the vision means being willing to adapt strategies while keeping the purpose intact. It's about flexibility without losing focus, about adjusting the how without losing sight of the why. Finally, we must have integrity and accountability throughout the implementation process. Leaders must model the behavior that they wish to see in others. That's what establishes the culture. Maintaining ethical standards, upholding values even when it's challenging. Integrity inspires trust and respect, two qualities essential to effective leadership. We must hold ourselves accountable for our words and our actions, demonstrating consistency and fulfilling their responsibilities. This is why we must be in an accountability group with other people. Accountability can take the form of seeking feedback, evaluating one's own effectiveness, and being open to correction while making progress towards healthy biblical character traits. Just as Jesus modeled humility, integrity, and a servant's heart, leaders also are called to implement their vision in a way that reflects these same values. In closing, I urge you to live your personal vision every single day. Implementing a vision isn't a one-time act, but a continuous journey of service, integrity, trust. It's true of your personal vision and for the vision of your organization, community, or team. A vision grounded in God's purpose becomes real as we take each step in faith, guiding our teams and ourselves toward the greater purpose that He has for us. When we commit to leading like Jesus, we embody the heart of service, the courage to act, and the humility to adapt and to grow. We encourage in consistent effort, perseverance, and the steady plodding that leads to prosperity. Do you have what it takes to keep moving forward and to never give up? Do you have the ability to establish habits? Proverbs 21:5 says, "Steady plodding brings prosperity. Hasty speculation brings poverty." Don't be like those folks who get all excited about an idea and quickly fall away from it like spit in a hot skillet. Keep moving forward. Take this to heart and remember that our role as leaders is not just to envision the future, but to bring it to life with grace, with determination, and a focus on serving others for the rest of our lives.